You ever stumble across like a LinkedIn profile and you're just like, whoa,
Uh,
this person's got it figured out.
yeah.
That's kind of how I felt looking at Morad Stern's profile,
I can see why.
head of engineering branding at Wix, which already, hello,
Right?
like that's a cool title.
Yeah.
But it's more than that. It's like he's seriously mastered the whole networking game,
He has, yeah.
particularly in tech, which can be such a, like, who you know world.
He really can.
So we're doing a deep dive on his profile today
That's a good one.
because it's packed with insights.
It is dense, though. I'll give you that.
Oh, for sure. We're talking next level LinkedIn here.
Exactly, which is why we're here to break it down.
Right. Make it digestible. So one of the things that jumped out at me right away was this quote. He says, "It's not about who you know, it's about who knows what you know."
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one.
It's like he flipped the script on the whole networking thing.
He really did. It's not about collecting business cards anymore, right? It's
Exactly.
about becoming that go-to expert.
Okay, but how does he actually embody that, like
Yeah.
in his career?
Well, take the Tech and Innovation Forum. He founded it for the Israeli Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Okay, already that's impressive.
Right. He saw a need to connect the government with the tech industry, and he used his own expertise to build that bridge.
So it's not just about like knowing people in government or knowing people in tech. It's knowing how to connect those two worlds.
Exactly. And that's what makes him valuable.
Makes him stand out.
He's not just at a cocktail party. He's the one creating the connections that matter.
I love that, creating the connections. So he's not waiting for someone to introduce him.
No.
He's becoming the indispensable link.
And that's the power of who knows what you know. People come to you because you've got that expertise.
Because you've already built those bridges.
Exactly.
And that's got to have people wondering, all right, how do I actually become that connector?
Right. How do you stand out?
Especially when everyone's trying to do the same thing.
Especially in tech.
Exactly.
Mm.
So get this. Morad's advice for networking events.
Oh, yeah. This is good.
It's kind of genius, he says. Contact the organizers beforehand and offer to help.
It's so simple, but nobody does it.
It's like that saying, if you want something done, ask a busy person.
Right. They're always looking for an extra hand.
And suddenly, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're the one who stepped up.
You're already on their radar.
And probably meeting people you wouldn't otherwise have access to.
Exactly. And it plays into something we see a lot on his profile.
Oh, yeah.
He's all about action, tangible results.
Which brings us to the personal projects.
Yes.
This is huge, especially in fields like tech and branding.
It's not enough to just say you're a good coder or designer.
You got to show it.
Exactly.
And Morad walks the walk. His profile is basically a masterclass in turning side hustles into proof of your skills.
He treats them like mini startups, complete with goals, timelines, results.
Which is so smart because anyone can say they're passionate about something.
Right, but can you actually build it?
Can you point to something concrete and say, look what I did?
And that's what gets you noticed.
It's that whole show, don't tell philosophy, but for your career.
Exactly. So if you're listening and thinking, what could I build that would showcase my skills?
That's your cue. Write those ideas down.
Don't wait for permission. Just start creating.
Love it. And speaking of taking initiative, Morad's approach to learning is next level.
Oh, yeah. He talks about how he went above and beyond with Seth Godin's book, This is Marketing.
Okay, I've heard of this, but refresh my memory.
He didn't just read it, he turned it into this whole active learning experience.
What do you mean?
Like every few pages, he'd stop, reflect, write down his own thoughts.
Interesting.
Then he'd share those reflections online, sparking discussions, showing he really understood the material.
Okay, so he's engaging with the content.
But here's the kicker. He then reaches out to Seth Godin directly.
Wait, what? Like emailed him?
You bet.
No way.
And he gets a response too. Leads to an interview for Morad's blog, which then, of course, gets shared, commented on.
Talk about maximizing your learning.
Right. It's incredible what happens when you go from just reading something to like really wrestling with the ideas.
And having the guts to reach out to someone like Seth Godin.
Exactly. No guarantees you'll get an interview, but you've got to put yourself out there.
Totally. And honestly, that whole experience speaks to this bigger theme we keep seeing with Morad.
Oh, yeah.
He's all about building genuine connections, and it shows in everything he does.
It's true. His profile isn't just a list of accomplishments. It's like a roadmap for building community.
Like that HTML5 Open Academy he's involved with.
Exactly. He saw a need for more accessible web development training, and bam, he helps make it happen.
Again, creating value,
Art.
which I think is a great takeaway for anyone listening, regardless of your industry.
100%.
It's not just about what you know. It's about how you use it to bring people together.
Do you make a difference?
Exactly. So As we wrap up this deep dive on Morad's profile,
What a profile.
I'm seriously taking notes here. The key takeaway for me is that this isn't about luck, it's about strategy.
He's intentional.
Yes, he's built this incredible personal brand by being a connector, a value creator, and someone who's not afraid to just go for it.
And he's done it all on LinkedIn, which is kind of amazing when you think about it.
Right. It proves that you don't need some fancy website or a million followers to stand out.
It's about using the tools you have strategically and authentically.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
So, to everyone listening, what's that one action you can take today?
Yeah, what's your next move?
Inspired by Morad's journey. Don't wait. Start building those connections. Showcase your skills, and remember, it's not just about who you know, it's about who knows what you know.